This game was definitely my favorite, and like it was a super double-edged game that I feel like really could have gone either way. I think this girl is like super underrated. So yeah, this girl is, I mean, I don't know how old she is. She's a young girl. She's probably, I don't know, 10, I'm guessing. She played d4, knight of 6. So this is my game with, you know, this is the same game from the previous round. And it was for a while. It was a King's Indian. I again sort of, well, not really. But like usually they play this first, but so I don't know that d6 is necessary, but I did it anyway. Okay, so she played bishop g5, which I didn't really know. I considered h6, which it looks like is what most of the cool kids do, but I just castled, which is what the other cool kids do. She played e4. Now the position looks a little more familiar. Here I did play h6 and sort of put her to the you know, put the question to her. She just retreated, which I felt like this probably wasn't the greatest move, because often when their bishop's on e3, you can play knight g4 and try to get the bishop pair, which is what the cool kids do. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do it, to be honest. I don't remember why, but I just played e5. I was like, this just looks like some like, I think my thought was probably this is like an improved King's Indian for me, and that's probably true, but it's not as improved as if I had done this. So if I do this and she like moves her bishop again, I think also this was my thought, like, now what do I do with the knight? Because she's gonna do stuff to it. She's gonna attack it, something. I guess that's why you play e5 now. You hope that you can get the e5 square for the knight. Okay, so e5, it looks like a, I mean, apparently it's the Zenowitz variation. News to me. Anyway, so this looks sort of normal, and now it's the classic King's Indian, you know, gotcha, where the pawn is ostensibly free, but if she takes it, I take here, and discovered attack. And I figured it was all the same, even though the position's not quite the same. But I think the tactics sort of are the same. So she saw what was going on. Like she had to have seen what was going on, because she played bishop d3, which just defends this pawn. Now this is a threat, because I can't. Oh wait, actually, I take that back. I had this exact same thing during the game where I thought she stopped that idea, and then I was like, wait a minute, no, she didn't. Like, still, if she takes, I take, and something happens. I played bishop g4. Maybe that's not such a great move. Oh, but I know why I did it. Yeah, I remember why now. So my idea is the queen is sort of kind of overworked because she's watching this unusual bishop on d3. So basically my idea is to take the knight, give her the choice. Well, not really a choice. Force her to take with the g-pawn, give her some weird pawns, get my knight in here, stuff like that. She played h3. Perfect. Now, in retrospect, I don't know if this was actually a good idea. Because it sort of gave white a bit of an attack, which at this point it doesn't look like it should. And I guess that's why I felt this was just good for me. But it sort of ended up getting her an attack. So knight h5, that was kind of my plan, to try to poke in here. I don't know if knight h5 is good. Probably not bad. She played queen c2. I kind of thought she was going to play queen d2 and try to gang up on this pawn. And if I play king h7, which is sort of a typical response, she has enough support to play f4, which looks annoying. But at least if she plays f4, I can open my bishop. So I don't know about queen c2. I think maybe queen d2 is better. I mean, yeah, the queen's like behind all these pawns. Knight c6. I also considered c6 because I figured it'd be nice to control these squares. But, you know, this square's looking juicy. I can't really remember what the considerations were. Also, you know, I can do this, and which, well, okay, that actually was the main consideration. Not to try to trade the knight for this silly bishop, but if I go here, I'm threatening this because of the queen's attack. So this would just win a piece if it's allowed. I figured she would castle long, and that gives extra defense to the bishop, and she did. So now the game's going to be one of those, you know, opposite side castling positions. I hopped my knight into d4 right away. I figure that's an excellent square. I'm hitting the queen, I'm hitting this, and I didn't think she wanted to give up her dark square bishop, because that's her good bishop. But she took. I mean, I guess she has to. Maybe she doesn't have to, but I was kind of thinking like maybe this is what white should do. Because at least now if I take this, you know, I'm not hitting the queen here. And maybe there's some counterplay. And I was thinking, I don't know if I even want to take this pawn. Maybe I'll just play c6 here. This was my plan. I took with the pawn. Yeah, that must be correct, right? I don't know. Knowing what I know, maybe I shouldn't take with the pawn. So the thing about taking with the pawn is now these pawns, and especially this pawn, is mobile. And at the right moment, she can sacrifice this pawn to try to get a big attack on g6 after bringing a rook over, which is what happened. To me, it looks unnatural because, you know, I'm worried about some discovery or knight b5, but yeah, I think we need to keep this square under control. But okay, so pawn takes. She puts pressure on the pawn. And I realized at this point, now I think I also was a little inaccurate here. I realized f4, I don't want her to play that. That looks like, you know, she might start just flinging pawns up the board and softening up my king. So I need to control f4 some more. g5 looks bad. I mean, that just looks like the white squares are way too weak. Obviously, I've got the dark square bishop. I don't really want my pawns on dark squares. So I played queen d6, which controls this. I think maybe queen f6 is better. And I even saw queen f6, and I was like, great, I'm controlling this, and I'm putting pressure on this pawn that's loose and, like, can't really be defended. Like, are you going to play knight g1? And then for some reason in my head, I was like, I'm dropping d4, but no, I'm not. And even if I grab here, no, I'm not. So I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, the bishop's not happy about queen f6. I agree. The knight's probably not too happy either. You want to go bishop e5. That move also occurred to me, but I don't remember if there was a specific reason why I rejected it. I think those kind of moves just like this just feels like the square for the bishop. I mean, that's probably flawed thinking. I think I'm just like too dogmatic in that way. Like, I fianchettoed my bishop for it to defend my king. But I mean, the bishop looks great on e5. So I think that's a good idea. I don't think queen d6 is terrible by any stretch. But, you know, I could have had a tempo maybe. Now she has a move. She played c5, which I didn't even like really see. But, you know, I kind of just gave her c5 for free. I played queen e5 because I still want to stay on this. I don't know why I didn't play queen f6 here either, because I definitely saw it here. Okay, she played rook g1, which at first I was like, whatever. I mean, yeah, it's an open file, but this pawn looks solid. And, you know, I'm not going to let this bishop open up and, you know, whatever. b6, then rook c8. I saw that and I thought about that. The reason I didn't do that, like, I think it was probably this position I was looking at it. If I play b6, I figured she would just play c6. Like, she's not gonna, you know, she's not gonna let me do that. And, okay, the pawn's probably weak. Maybe I can win it, but I was thinking about playing c6 and then, like, I'm sorry. I had a lot of, like, move order considerations with these pawns. I thought about going a6, b5, and then if she en passants, I would take. But if she doesn't en passant, then that pawn's annoying. So here's what I thought she wanted to do. If it's white's turn, I thought she wanted to play f4, sacrificing a pawn. I would take, she would take, I would take, which I now realize is check, which I'm sure I didn't realize at the time. Because I thought she would play e5, And then this is really uncomfortable. I think king h7's bad, because I think king h7 makes that idea better. Yeah, also it's a shame I didn't realize that queen f4 is check, because that sort of kills her idea. If that is her idea. So I played there, I thought I'll just like defend g6 some more. Now I'm not on the line with the rook. I thought long term the king would be better there, but I think that's wrong. She played king b1, which, I mean, I think she saw that. I think she saw this whole thing and saw this was check, and she's like, I don't want it to be check. Which didn't register at the time. I thought she knew what she was doing, and she knows that her king's safe for on b1. Yeah, I mean, I thought she played like fantastic. I don't understand why she's 954. I played a5 because I was just like, whatever. I don't think there's any stuff going on over here. It's opposite side castling. I still, you know, I just want to do this and soften the king up and attack and checkmate and hooray me. Yeah, I mean, the bishop is not a great piece. I mean, the one thing I'll say for the bishop is it sort of restricts this bishop. Because if this bishop moves, I'm probably pretty happy to sack this pawn and open this diagonal up. I mean, you know, depending a little bit on the specifics, but feels like this bishop kind of needs to blockade this point. Okay, so she brought her knight in. I don't want to... I didn't think I wanted to trade knights. I don't want her to take, so I figure f4 is a fantastic square. So I don't think knight g3 is good from her, because my knight just gets to improve. She played h4, and I thought for a while, and I was like, well, I mean, if she plays h5, I can just take it. And like, takes. And I can't remember why I ruled that out. I probably thought e5 was good again. But I can't promise. Well, I did play h5. I sort of believed her that I shouldn't let her play h5. She played knight e2. I figured I don't want to trade knights. And also, I thought... I don't remember at what points I was thinking about these ideas, because they were sort of ever present in the position. But I just figured e6 is a great square. I'm putting pressure here. You know, my knight's better than her knight. I'm sort of boxing her out. She played c6, which I think is a fantastic move, and I think I probably didn't respond correctly. Because she's going to lose the pawn. There's not really anything she can do since I got this a5 move in. Now, I mean, I think she could just say whatever and do something else. I don't know what something is. And then if I take the pawn, then she can get this f4 move in. And the thing is, I would probably take with the queen, and then she doesn't want to trade queens because her pawn structure is bad. So I don't know. I think c6 was a good move. I mean, I think she realized, you know, she might lose the pawn. She might as well lose it productively. So I mean, I considered all the options. I considered taking. I considered b6. Considered b5. And I think I picked a bad option. It just like didn't really register me at the time. She has rook g5. Oh yeah, I saw that too. I forgot about that. I forgot. Oh wait, I didn't see it. Okay, I lied. I didn't see that. Yeah, you're right. I saw rook g5 later. I thought when she did this and this happened. Maybe it was later. Yeah, it was later. It was later. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't think I should take. I think I should play b6 or b5, but I don't know which one. I just figured, like, yeah, I'm opening lines to her king. Maybe it's right to take. But it just, you know, I'm kind of letting her queen come in and do stuff. It just seems like it's not doing stuff right now. But she ended up doing stuff. You think I should just do other stuff? So what would you do? Like a4? Yeah, b6 looks solid. I agree. b5 is a little more aggressive, like I want to checkmate her, which I do. Bishop f6. So this was the kind of stuff that scared me. I'm kind of scared. Maybe I shouldn't be scared. But I mean, she can take on g6, so kind of scared. Yeah, this is probably just bad, right? Bishop f6 might have made it worse. Maybe rook e8. Which rook? Rook fe8. And you want to go here? I can buy it. I can buy it. I like that idea. That's good problem solving. That's good chess thinking. Yeah, I mean, her pawns are preposterous. Rook g5. I saw rook g5. Yeah, I mean, of course, this line didn't happen, but I saw that this idea was sort of there too. But I don't know. Can I just, like, move? Or bad stuff happens? Did I hang mate? Maybe. Her pieces just get so active. Bishop's... Okay, wait. Bishop c5. Ooh. Prince Higdon, thanks for following. Now you like what I did? E5's scary, man. Yeah, bishop c4. And I guess if I go here, you're gonna go here? Can I go here and have the most passive rook imaginable? Now here? Yeah, why are all her pieces so good? This is too complicated. See, this is why I thought this game was so great. Could just start with rook takes g6? Wait, really? Here? Oh yeah, because this queen exists. I forgot about the queen. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, well. Okay, so what about like this? I guess you could probably do this. Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't look good. So now M. Quander agrees with me. Don't let her take one. We gotta control f4. And e5. Mr. Biggs and then some numbers. Thanks for following. Okay, so c6. Actually, it's funny that we looked at all that because a lot of the same stuff is what's going to happen in the game. So we'll get to look at it in even more detail. I took, she took. I feel like I probably, like I said, I should play b6 or b5 because her queen getting active was annoying. Even though it just it looks like her queen can't do anything. And I thought, like, I was thinking about doing this or this, you know, something. And then I just got a little spooked by like this. So like if I go here, I'm sorry, here, then I thought like this and this was annoying. She's like getting in there. So I think I just in general got spooked. Hey, how's it going, GM Lightning? I got 2.5 out of 4, which, I mean, I was hoping to do a lot better, but man, it was tough. Like, every game was tough. I mean, some of them I made tough by blundering, but like, this game was just tough. And she's 954. Look at this position. Bishop h6. Spin to move defending. Wait, what did I defend? Oh, I defended f4. Yeah, no, I think you're right. It totally didn't, even though I like did know that controlling f4 was important, I don't think I fully appreciated how important it was. Because for some reason at this point, I was like, we should just trade stuff. I don't even remember why I did this, but I played knight f4, which is just like going back into this line that we just looked at, but now it's probably worse because her queen's better. She must be underrated. Like, I thought she played fantastic. Like, I mean, knowing what I know, I'm assuming white's winning in this position. She took my knight, I took, and I was thinking like, God, I hope she doesn't play e5. She played e5. So now I'm like, well, you know. Now it's not looking so good. What if you play queen c5 after she takes with pawn? Okay, wait. Queen c5. Oh, here? Well, I didn't consider it, so it would have been hard to play. I like it in spirit. Yeah, probably a good move. Did they have rook g5 immediate after knight f4? Very possibly. Yeah, I don't know. I need the computer's help with all of this. But let's like look through everything that happened and then we'll bring in the computer afterwards. So you want to go here now? Oh, my head hurts. I mean, that looks good. Is she just winning my knight? Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, no problem, Mquander. Glad you guys are enjoying them. They sure were hell to play, so. Queen trade for rook and bishop with knight takes d3. That might be the best black can do. But isn't he getting this? Wait. I have queen e6, maybe. Oh yeah, I do have that maybe. Yeah. My head still hurts though. Well, the queen's hanging. Are you talking about... Yeah. Yeah, maybe queen e6 survives. I mean, survives one move. I mean, now she's got to do something about her queen, so... If knight takes knight here, then we get the queen. So she's got to do something with the queen. I don't know what yet. You want to sack queen takes a1? Jesus. Oh, wait, I mean queen takes a1. She could take on c7. Yeah, she could. I don't know that I really even care about c7 that much. I mean, I think I agree with rook g5. That looks annoying. That looks annoying. Okay, but she did this, which also looks incredibly annoying. And I mean, I thought I just needed to get out of dodge, so I moved my king back. Now at least, but my plan was, I thought she was gonna do this anyway, because this is like, I mean, but I saw I had queen h6 here, and I was like, well, I mean, it's still scary, but maybe I'm okay. She didn't go for it, so I wonder if she has any cool sacrifice here. Queen takes e5. I'm sorry, in what position? After the sack. Oh. Wait, do you mean here or after taking the bishop? You probably mean after this. That might also be good. I didn't see that. Because that conveniently defends everything. Yeah, that may also be good. Rook g5 still? Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Man, I can't analyze anymore. If rook g5, queen f5. Whoa. Yeah, what about rook takes f5? On your phone eating hot pot and barbecue. What is hot pot? Don't worry, I'm brain dead too, GM lighting. Isn't queen f5 mate? Wait, what? Okay, so I mean, I think this sack is still very interesting. I think I like Mquander's move best. Still rook g5 though. I mean, Jesus. Maybe this is no good. Maybe my move's better. Maybe queen h6 is better. I'm still scared. Because, like, I'm up a bishop, but she's got, like, these guys and my stuff, you know. I got all this going on. This is confusing. Like, I don't know what this is, so. At least you have a brain. Debatable. Debatable. Queen h6, queen e4. And I understand that move. Well, it does, you know, put more pressure here and stuff. If queen e4, what if I do this? Isn't that good? If queen h2, rook g3. Well, he probably means rook g6. Yeah, I didn't see that. Alright, can I do, like, stupid stuff? Or this doesn't work? I assume it doesn't work. But, like, maybe rook takes bishop or something? Oh, and also queen takes a8 is probably good. Yeah, I guess I can't do any of that. Yeah, this looks tough. This looks tough. It's kind of funny that my queen's entombed there, because you'll see why it's funny later. Okay, so maybe bishop f6 is still just good. Or bishop g6. Thankfully, she didn't do it. So she played e6, and I think she probably overlooked... I played queen f6, which I think she overlooked. I think she just figured, you know, she's threatening e7. If I take, she takes and stuff, and, you know, she's crushing me. But I just pivoted the pawn. And I want to take back in a more safe manner. I still think I'm in trouble here. Like, I don't think I'm really threatening to take the pawn. You like queen f6? Or you're saying queen f6, it's clearly she's stronger than you. Okay, she took the pawn, and I was pretty relieved she took the pawn. I don't think that's any good. Because then I take the pawn, and it seems like my troubles have sort of... You know, I've sort of weathered the storm. Not that I'm better. Maybe I'm better. Maybe I'm better. But, you know, I'm not getting, like, mated or stuff anymore. Rook g5 now. Rook g5 every move. I saw rook g5. Was it here that I finally... Like, maybe it was here that I finally saw rook g5. Where was it? Somewhere I saw rook g5. Let's see. Yeah, I don't remember where. I was thinking rook g5. It must not have been here. It must have been like here that I saw it. Because I was thinking rook g5. I would go here. I think it must have been some later position. So she attacked my queen. And then I played a risky move, but I think it's okay. But probably the tacticians in the chat will find some reason that this is bad. So I counterattacked. Because I want to trade queens. And I don't want my rook to suck on f8 all day. And I want to checkmate her if she lets me. So does anyone... I mean, is there some tactic here? I thought there was like I had some glimmer of hope. It's a raid from Froleek. Thank you, Froleek. Shout out to Froleek. So I played in an OTB tournament today. 4 rounds, game 60, delay 5. I scored 2.5 out of 4, and I'm reviewing my games at the moment. So that's what we're doing today. Welcome, Raiders. Hope you had a good stream for a leak. We're looking over this crazy game that I played against a very small girl who's very... Well, I think she's pretty good at chess. I think she played an incredible game so far. So, thank you for a leak. Yeah, get you some food. And thank you so much for the raid, man. So I can't possibly go back and rehash this whole game because it's been tactics. Mostly tactics that weren't played, but there were so many ideas in this game. If she takes your queen and you take hers, can't she do the bishop sack and then grab the pawn with her rooks connected in your face? Okay, wait. Let's decipher that. Take. You want to go here. I think the problem is I don't take this, I take this. I think that's the problem. Now I'm up a rook. Yeah. Okay, so she didn't want to trade queens. She didn't find some time. I thought there was like some chance she would do the, you know, desperado, but obviously that doesn't work. So she didn't do that because she's too good. I still want to trade queens. Is this the third time this game that I've played queen f6? Or no, I think this is the second time I played queen f6. But I wanted to one other time, and Imquander said it was terrible. She still didn't want to trade queens. And what did I do here? I played rook a b8. So I noticed in some lines, finally, I didn't notice it during analysis a second ago, that if I move this rook up, that this rook might be hanging. So I was like, well, let's get rid of that, put some pressure there, you know. Seems good. And I didn't think she had like a threat here. So like finally she doesn't have a threat. Although probably Dead Dude will tell me that rook g5 or rook g6 are good. Okay, so what did she do? She went queen d5, which I think maybe she wasn't so sure how to proceed around here, because, like, I don't know. I guess she wants to just attack this pawn, but I don't know. It seems like there should be something better to do. I just don't know what it is. Rook g5 and double up or something? Rook g5 is still good. Yeah, I mean, I believe it. You feel so bad for my bishop? Don't worry, the bishop will have its day. Rook g5 threatens rook. This is where, okay, this is where I saw rook g5. This is where I saw it. I saw it here, and I knew that that it would threaten this because of this mate, and I was like, my calculation was rook g5, king g8. And I'm sure you guys will tell me that that's terrible. I mean, can she still do it and bad stuff happens? It might be interesting. Huh. Rook g5 is Sente, yeah. Maybe f4, f5. Yeah, I thought that looked kind of scary too. Again, at some point. I don't know if I saw it here. This is now a Baduk stream. There's a lot of Go players here. I play Go, you know, occasionally. Not as often as Dead Dude would like, but, you know. Okay, so I mean, did anyone find some crazy tactic here? Can she do stuff to me? Or this is where she should do this? That does look annoying. I still play. Corbla, how's it going? Okay, so first off, shout out to Corbla. Now here's what I want everyone to do. Did I spell it right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Stop watching this stream right now. Go to Corbla's channel and watch his I think it's his most recent VOD. The VOD of him playing Alexandra Botez in the park in New York is just, I mean, it's the greatest chess content I've seen all year. So stop watching these Potzer games and go watch that. All right, now what did Corbla say? Queen b6. Queen b6, queen b6. Okay, he must not mean here because it's white's move. Maybe he meant here. Wait. I mean, that's another thing is, like, if I play queen b6 here, Corbla style, but if she takes, I can't just run away and then, you know, not get mated. But maybe she can go here? But maybe he meant in a different spot. I don't know. Yeah, the only problem with Corbla's live streams, not live, but he's done a few recent like OTB streams, is I say stuff to him in the chat, but he's too busy crushing people at chess, and, you know, he can't talk back to me. But it's okay. Okay, so I mean, queen b6 was definitely an appealing part of me playing rook ab8. I don't remember how much it really played into it, to be honest, but okay. She played here, which I sort of suspect isn't good, because I also was entertaining ideas of, like, maybe I just let her take this because it might help me out. Eventually, for reasons that I can't remember, I decided not to do that. And I think I played a good move here. I played a4, and I just want to soften her up. You know, I got this rook finally into the game. You know, this thing is raring to go. If I can come up with some creative sacrifice, I even entertained. I entertained like this, but I don't think it actually does anything. Because like she's not going to move her bishop. She could defend her bishop. You know. Yeah, Mquander wants rook c3. Yeah. See if rook takes b2 works. Ah, man, I mean, it's tempting, isn't it? But, you know, if I could just get rid of this pawn, like, magically, then I like it. But otherwise, I don't know. Core blah blog lobs blah 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 law bomb. You, sir, are a mouthful. Yeah, I don't know, man. It looks so tempting, but I mean, like, what's our follow-up? We go in here? I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. Queen takes a4. Wait. Queen takes h4. Yeah, okay, we're getting to that. We're getting to that. You're tempted to go rook g6 after rook c3. Oh, God. Is it some Bojack wordplay? No. McJurl was referencing Arrested Development with Bob Loblaw's law. Ah, dang. I did so well the first time. Bob Loblaw's law blog. Bob Loblaw lobs law bomb. And then I was referencing it back. Rook b2 and then queen b. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not buying it, to be honest, but because, like, just here or something. I mean, I'm down a rook. Bishop takes g6, d4. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, that would be sweet. All right, so where were we? a4 happened. And I think she made I think this was a bad move on her part. She, like, reacted. I don't think she should play a3. Because now this pawn is, you know, it's soft. It's soft. So my first thought was queen b6 Corblaw style. But I thought she, like, wouldn't be upset to play rook e2. And then, like, maybe she doubles up and comes and gets me. And then I started doing some calculating Mquander style, taking this. Chess Bruvs, thanks for following. And, you know, it looks really scary to take this and allow her to take on f7. But I think black's just winning after queen takes h4. That's what I played. So the problem for her is, well, I just took a pawn. You know, she's left with these pawns over here on the king side. And if she takes on f7, my point is that when I take on f2, now this is a pretty serious threat. And so I don't know. I think she can't take on f7, but she did take on f7. And honestly, I think she's just toast here. So I calculated some stuff, and I mean, I calculated this from here, so I am proud of doing that if my calculation's right. So I knew a few things. You know, obviously she doesn't have time for any stuff here because mate. She can't block with the bishop there because I got this rook. She can't block with the rook because this rook hangs. But, like, maybe I didn't fully calculate that. Like, maybe somehow that's okay, but I doubt it. What else can she not do? I mean, basically the only option for her, if this position was reached on the board, that I saw was bishop e2. And then I thought d3 was just winning. I mean, it looks pretty winning, right? Like, I was trying to calculate this, but then this, and like... Yeah, and then in this position, I thought I needed to play here to defend the bishop, because if I play any discovered check, she might respond with mate. So here, defend that. I mean, I think she's toast, right? I think it's just over. I mean, this is just it, right? So that didn't go on. Now, queen takes g6 didn't happen. Didn't happen. After d3, okay, wait. There's queen takes h5. There is? Okay, wait. So you mean in a different line. Hydrate, I can do that. D3 in the other line? There was another line? What was the other line? Darn, I just spoiled what happened. There was another line? Where was queen takes h5 check legal? Oh, wait. Wait, what? Oh. Wait. So you mean here? No, but queen h5. I'm confused. Okay. Rook c... Oh, the rook c3 line. Man, that was like minutes ago. I see. All right, so shall we look? So this was instead of a4, right? This was looking at rook c3 here. d3. Oh, this is where Imquander wanted d3. And then here, and then everyone's head hurt. Especially mine. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would be way too scared to allow any of those moves. Okay, so this is what happened. I took h4, she took f7, which I think is just... I think she can't do it. I think it's just over now. I took on f2, and she played the one move that defends us that I didn't see, but I don't feel too bad for missing it. She played queen a2, exclam, which I assume is the best move. But I also assume it's really bad. So remember in that line that we were analyzing where my queen ended up on h7 and there was like a rook here? And I said that was funny? Because I played rook b3. And now that queen is... The queen is just in jail. Like, the queen is done. Just cooked. Like, how does the queen ever break out? Yeah, it was a crazy game, but I think it's just totally over now. I agree. She attacked my queen, which I saw. I played queen h2. I want to come to one of these squares. I don't know which one yet. She went there defending the bishop, but it's too late for such things. I doubled up my rooks. Yeah, but what can she do? I think there's not much she can do. Doubled up rooks. She blocked and attacked my rook, but now the final tactical firework. Yeah, that dude sees what's up. Rook takes b2, queen takes b2, rook takes b2, king takes b2, d3, finally. Imquander was, so upset about this bishop the whole game, but look at him now. Look at this guy now. It's just mate. I don't think there's any move that doesn't get mated here. Right? And she played one of the moves, and I played mate. So yeah, that was a crazy game. Did I see the meme about bishops in chess? No, I don't think so. You would have played d3 straight away, but look at how forcing this was. Check. 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 Yeah, no, I mean, I totally underestimated the f4 stuff. Totally underestimated it. Winning without check is funner, but then I have to calculate more. And, I mean, obviously, we know that my calculation is not going to go well. All right, what does the computer say? Because there's so much to unpack from this game. Thank you, GM Lightning. So it looks like I was never like totally lost, which is honestly shocking. The greatest extent of her advantage was 1.6, and it was like back and forth the whole game. Thank you, Dead Dude. Thank you for the 30 bits.
Winning easy.
I don't know about easy. I don't know about that. Yeah, you can send it, Walker. Let me, if you have the link, I can permit you. Oh, wait, I have to say a person. Permit Walker Boy. There we go. Did it work? Maybe there's like a cooldown. Oh, you just sent it to me? Well, let's see. You did? Where'd you send it? Like on Twitch? Oh, probably my thing just didn't load. It likes to not do that. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice. So this is the meme. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't think that bishops would be so badass, but they are. They are. Okay. So, oh yeah, I want to show you guys the graph. So, it's not like that crazy. I mean, I'm kind of stunned that like no one was super winning or super losing, you know, until sort of the very end. All right, so let's breeze through some key moments. I guess we'll gloss over the opening even though we shouldn't. I'm getting tired, so I got to get to this last game. It says that's bad. That makes sense. It likes what I did. It's not a huge fan of that. It prefers... Okay, but it's in the running. It says that's bad. Yeah, and I thought Queen D2 was better. Knight C6 was right. It wants her to play Queen D2. That's funny when the engine's like, no, your move, go there instead. Now it says Knight D5. That makes sense. Long castle. Oh yeah, because Knight D5 also stops this, which I didn't see. Knight D4 was good. Bishop takes is correct, as Imquander suggested. Yeah, and then we had this debate about pawn takes or queen takes, and the computer's sort of ambivalent, but... Man, I mean, think about, like, all that stuff we analyzed with F4 and E5, like, how much simpler life would have been if this pawn would have just stayed there. So, I mean, can we override the computer? Can we say the computer's wrong here? We should take with the queen? Oh, I totally agree, Mquander. I mean, she's very talented. Computer says take with pawn, but bishop e5 next. Aha! So that's how the computer maintains things. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so it says fine. Knight e2 good. Yeah, and bishop e5 here. Queen f6, which is... That was my improvement that I suggested. It says that's okay. But not great. So this is like kind of throwing away a tempo. So that's a blunder. Blunder seems a little harsh, but I guess that went from winning to like unclear. Kind of hard, kind of crazy to think that I'm winning here. It actually doesn't like c5. It still says I should go to f6, but I went to e5 because I knew Mquander would have been mad if I played queen f6. Rook over. Yeah, and it says this is bad, which makes sense because you know, this was such a problem. Always play king b1. It says that's bad. That's sort of ignoring all the stuff. Queen c1, a3, rook g4. I did see this rook g4 idea. I thought maybe she would play rook g4 to try to gain an f4, which looks funny, but I mean, knowing what we know, right? I resemble your previous chess coach. I hope he was good at chess. It says that's a blunder. That makes sense. The knight's great on f4. h4. It likes h5. Knight back. Bishop h6 M. Quander style. Yeah, man, I mean, I wish I could have identified at this point just how important this square was going to be. So it says that's a blunder. Believable. It says she should play f4. And white's winning. Or not winning, but better. So even with this, it says she should do it. f5. No chill. Even without queens, it wants to do this nonsense. Wow, look at this tightrope that black has to walk. I mean, I guess there aren't other moves that really make sense, but... Knight takes d4. Rook a d8. Yeah, easy for black to go wrong here. Oh, I can turn the arrows on. I turn them off sometimes because I feel like they can be distracting, and sometimes I don't want the computer to spoil things for me. Okay, so there was a moment for f4. So it doesn't like that, but probably mostly because f4 was better. So it actually doesn't mind b takes c6, but it mostly wants to ignore this. Bishop h6 was sort of always important. Man, and we're cool with this. I guess we just go here. No problem. Wow. So everyone blunders. That's a blunder. Rook a b8. Yeah, I mean, I just got spooked. And I let all this stuff happen. e5, a fantastic move. The only move, really, that... You know... Everything else, it says black's basically winning. King h8 was right. Okay, well, that makes me feel better. So it looks like there was never any of this stuff. e6 was right. Wow. Man, maybe she was using an engine. e6, and it doesn't like queen f6 so much. It wants rook a b8. Oh, I would be so scared. We're not worried? We're not worried? Rook b6. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Dang. Computer's good. Yeah, and then that was a mistake. And now black was better the rest of the way. It doesn't necessarily like this, but I guess it's okay. It wants to just go f6, queen f6. Still bishop h6. But this is fine, and then that's a huge blunder. a4, wow. I'm pretty happy about a4. Okay, so it does like this rook c3 idea. So what's the big plan though? Because like you know, if she just defends it, now a4, rook g5 always, rook d2, rook ge1, and it says irrespective we play a3 next. Yeah, I mean we're getting in there. Yeah, and the rest of the way, black's looking good. Rook c3 and rook b3 immediately. So it doesn't even love that, but good enough. And yeah, that's... Queen takes f2, the only good move. Queen a2 was the best move. But yeah, rook b3. Rook c2, I kept wondering if something like that worked. Ooh. I guess the idea is rook c2, bishop takes, and then d3. Is that the idea? Yeah. Damn. Man, his numbers are getting pretty big. Wow. Okay, but, you know, entombing the queen was too much fun. Yeah, now it's not so good. Yes, the computer agrees with me. All right, so that game was awesome. I feel fortunate to have won it.